So welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. These are always one of my favourite videos to make because we're talking about career mode once again. Once upon a time, career mode was the flagship feature in FIFA games. Before online gaming was a thing, before Ultimate Team was even a thing, everyone wanted to play career mode every year. And because Ultimate Team could not produce money for EA back then, they had to make the game good and they had to make career mode good. And it did show. If you go and take a look at those old FIFA games from 06 to about probably 2009 or 10 or 11 on the PS2, you would see some fantastic career mode features that you don't even see to this day. I don't know why it's come to this stage where, career mode players feel neglected, and even pro clubs and all the other players that don't play Ultimate Team. I guess it comes down to money at the end of the day, but why does it have to be this way? It feels like career mode in FIFA is 10 years behind all those other career modes in other sports games. But anyway, today I'm going to be wasting my time talking about ways FIFA 21 could make career mode great again, in a perfect world, or if I was in control of the franchise. So even though we've got over 169,000 subscribers on the channel, we've still got a big majority of you guys watching the videos but not subscribed. If you want to know all the latest FIFA 21 news, this will be the best spot. Make sure you subscribe today and join the other side. The first thing EA could do that would totally change the way we play the game is a creator club mode in career mode, where you can basically create your own club, create your own players, or even use existing players in the database and put a team together and just verse everyone, like a normal career mode. Imagine how cool it would be to take a newly established club from the bottom division in England all the way up to the Premier League, winning the Champions League, winning the Premier League as well, beating Liverpool, United, Arsenal, and just creating a dynasty from nothing, from scratch. That is something that we don't really experience in career mode anymore, and I think there was some sort of creator club feature in the PS2 version of FIFA 07 or something like that. It's funny how the old PS2 versions have more features than the current ones, but you could add a team into the game, create your own players for that team, your own kit as well, club logo as well, and just go and have fun in career mode. And that's what we need to bring back into next gen's career mode as well, because we've got the hardware to do it. It's just about the developers putting it into the game. And imagine how fun it would be. Imagine the different things you could do with a creator club career mode. I know there's a few people doing it with mods at the moment, but it's still not available to everyone who plays on a PS4 or an Xbox. And then of course you need to know how to mod the game as well to get that creator club career mode in, which is not too easy. In my FIFA 07 career mode visit video, I took a look at this creator club feature, and here are some screenshots. So basically you had this creator club option where you can change your club name, you can change your stadium, and you can also set your starting budget for manager mode. But then you could also create players for your club, and it would basically be like whatever creator player is now in FIFA, but at the time for FIFA 07. So you could change the sleeves, the boots, also the first name, the last name as well, the nation where they come from, I think the attributes as well, but I'm not 100% sure. And basically you would create maybe 20 players or something, and then you could add the team into a league for career mode and use that team because you replaced a team from that league. So yeah, what I'm suggesting is remaster what you've done in FIFA 07 and just put it into FIFA 21. We desperately need a creator club. Now, adding on to what I've just talked about from FIFA 07, imagine if you could add these extra things, and these were designs made by Vijay. I'll leave his link in the description. But these are obviously kit creator options. So imagine if you could edit your kit during the season, or even change your kit after the end of each season, going into a brand new one. And also there's stadium options there, and I'll talk about facilities later on in the video, but you would have to be able to upgrade your stadium, change prices, facilities, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, those are two extra things you could add on. There's so many good concepts and ideas for this, and there's so much potential with it. It's just about them actually putting it in the game, man. Next up, I want to talk about a set prices feature, and I'm going to use Madden as the base of my argument here. Because when career mode had ticket pricing, it didn't really do much. It was basically one little feature that you could adjust the price of. Now, when it comes to the Madden side of things, they've got this really nice merchandise pricing thing. I think even 2K has it as well, but we'll try Madden today. It's basically the same thing anyway. You can set the prices of merchandise. You can set the prices of stuff in the stadium, so hot chips, hot dogs, the stuff you sell as food in the game. You can also adjust ticket pricing for the seats. And what can we adjust in terms of pricing in career mode? Absolutely nothing. So going into Madden 20, you can adjust things like tickets, merchandise, concessions, and I think this is part of the owner mode side of things, but in career mode we don't really have an owner mode, so it would still be nice to see it even if it's in a manager mode setting. Some people might say that's unrealistic, but still we need control of new things in the game, otherwise it's going to feel like the same thing over and over again. And this is something that would be pretty cool. So you can set prices for the seats, and you can see the suite tickets, the club tickets, the mezzanine tickets, and the upper level tickets. And on the right is some feedback from like tweets, so it'll tell you that the current pricing is too expensive, so you might want to adjust it. It's definitely very cool, but this one is also pretty sweet where you can adjust, things like your home jersey price, so you can make it instead of $100 to $80. On the right you have your feedback tweets as well. Some say that it's too expensive, so you might want to adjust it. Some say it's good value, so you don't want to touch the pricing. And then going down the list, you've got some dry fit t-shirts, the Super Bowl t-shirt, even the snapbacks, the hats, the new era stuff, the sweatshirts as well, different kinds of club merchandise that you would see in a sports shop, jackets as well, beanies as well, and they're even branded by Nike as well, so it's licensed stuff. Even some memorabilia as well, like a Tom Brady signed football, even a mini helmet is in this game mode as well. At the moment, the game does have a finances feature which tells you, sales of the jerseys and stuff, but you can't really take control and adjust pricing in that mode. And finally, the last feature I want to show you is for concessions, so you can change the price of potato chips, fries, hot dogs, peanuts, popcorn, usual foods that you would see in a stadium in real life. And on the right you have your feedback tweets as well, which act as a guideline for you. And this is stuff that we need to see in a FIFA career mode, because at the moment it's lacking these kinds of cool things where you can take control and adjust different things, and obviously you can generate more money for your club using different areas instead of just transfer profits and performance. Another thing I'd love to see in a new career mode is more control of our stadium facilities. Now I'm going to use Madden once again as an example because they've done a great job here. You can upgrade your stadium if you want. I don't know if this changes anything visually in the stadium, but I just know that it just improves your rating and you go up to a size 5. You can also rebuild your stadium if you want, but there's also other cool features. You can see on the left, it tells you your available funds and also different scores for different parts of your stadium, like parking or fan zone, bathrooms as well, and seating. And you can choose to upgrade them individually if you want as well. So if you want to improve your rating, you can either renovate or upgrade. If you renovate, it tells you the rating that it's going to go up by and the cost. And if you upgrade, it tells you the same thing. But it basically says that the bathrooms suck, as you can see, rating 45. So I feel sorry for anyone using the bathroom in that stadium. It must not be a good experience, but these are the kinds of things we need to see in career mode for our own stadium. We need to be able to upgrade, renovate different parts of the stadium and get a better score. And then obviously the dream would be to be able to rebuild or upgrade your stadium. A lot of people would love that kind of feature. Now another thing FIFA 21 career mode needs to do is improve the training feature. Now basically the only training feature in the game is that preset thing where you have 5 different things to choose from. You pick a player, you pick a drill, and then slowly over the course of a season you train them every week and hopefully they grow by a lot of overall points. But where is the features where you train them as a team, where you can do practice matches, create set pieces? It's pretty much non-existent. They've taken out the good old practice arena from FIFA 14, which means that it's removed a lot of cool features that you could do for your team in a FIFA game. Now imagine if they brought back the practice arena, implemented it into career mode, and you could do a practice match with your team against the reserves of your own squad and just try different formations, test out different players in different positions and that kind of stuff without having to waste Premier League games trying to get the perfect formation going. And also imagine if you could also bring back the create set piece option where you could do custom corners, custom free kicks for different zones on the field, so you could change and control the runs of different kinds of players. You want the tall players to run into the box, the short midfielders to stay around the edge of the box to pick up any scraps from a corner, or even free kicks to make different kinds of runs to put pressure on the keeper. You know, that kind of stuff. You can't do it in a FIFA game anymore, but you could with FIFA 14's practice arena. They need to bring this back into the game because team training is essential in football, but in EA's career mode, it's non-existent. Now, to make career mode great again, we need to talk about the Youth Academy system, which needs a bit of an improvement as well. Now, I'm not an expert on Youth Academy. I don't really use youth players. I just don't last in a career mode that long to have youth players in my team, and I just can't be bothered. I prefer to use real life players instead of bringing up, generic players. But from what I understand, a lot of people would love to see like a youth league or an under-21s league in the game where you can get reports from players, and obviously that gives them game time as well, rather than just having them sit on your team and letting them rot. Because the only thing you can do with the youth at the moment is scout them, sign them to a youth academy system, but then after a while you have to sign them to your first team or get rid of them. So instead of keeping them on the bench or rotting in the reserves, you can either send them out on loan, I think, or you could have them in like a youth league, which would be maybe a simulated season, and you could just get reports each week from the players doing well. Maybe the scout could say, you know, you might want to put this guy in the first team. He's been playing very, very well. And at least it gives you something extra with the youth academy, because at the moment it's pretty much the same thing over and over again each year. And like I said, I'm not an expert. Maybe you guys have better suggestions for this part. Even little changes like what I mentioned could be good for the game. So those were a couple ways FIFA 21 could make career mode great again. Obviously it's not the full list. I might do a part 2 in this because I've got a lot of ideas for this, and I think you guys do as well. But until then, make sure you check out this FIFA 20 video. Hit the card in the middle, it'll take you right there. I'll see you next time.